Okay guys, so in this video, I'm going to talk about why investing in the Cloud City Boba Fett might be a bad decision and why you shouldn't feel bad if you don't own one. And of course, everything I'm going to share is my own opinion. You may have your own. Feel free to leave in the comments below if you have your own thoughts about owning a Cloud City Boba Fett. Of course, anything that I say in this video is not financial advice, it's for entertainment purposes only. And if you really don't care about money or money is all they have, then probably this video won't be applicable to you. But if you're just like me, a regular average collector, then this video might be useful for you in your decision whether you want to purchase or invest in the Cloud City Boba Fett. So before we go on any further, I would appreciate it if you can give this video a thumbs up because it really helps boost this video out to more people. So without further ado, here is why you shouldn't invest in the Cloud City Boba Fett. So of course, the first reason is you already missed out the opportunity to buy this figure at its lowest price. That's a very general rule of investing. You always want to buy stuff at low and then sell it at the highs. Right now, the price of the Boba Fett is already at the highs and it's probably not going to go down anytime soon or even forever. It's just going to stay there or increase more in value. So some of you may argue that since this figure will keep increasing in value, if I purchase it at like the current price now, which is around $2,000 or $3,000, maybe 5 years later, it'll be $5,000. And if I sell it then, I'll make a good 2 or 3K profit. And then this brings me to my next point, which is the affordability of this figure. So let's say you really buy this figure at 2 or 3K at the current price now, and you wait 5 years later and it shoots up to 5 or 6K. How many people are willing to pay 5 or 6K for just a piece of plastic toy? Since it's so expensive, your average collector like me can't afford it or are not willing to pay for it. And this brings the potential consumer market for the Cloud City Boba Fett down by a lot because a lot of people can't afford this figure. Probably only the rich people can afford it. So even if this figure is worth 5 or 6K 5 years later, it's going to be very hard for you to sell it. Yeah, because like I mentioned, not a lot of people are willing to pay for this. But of course, every market is different. Maybe the collectors in the United States are ready to flock down to pay for this Boba Fett at any price. But it's certainly not the case here in Singapore because there's nobody I know who is willing to pay full value for this Boba Fett figure. I was watching a live stream by Atlanta Brick Co. the other day, and I think they got in like a sealed Cloud City set and they were selling it at 9,000 US dollars, which means it's around 12,000 Singapore dollars, and it's instantly sold. So I think that's pretty insane to pay $12,000 for just a cardboard box and some plastic inside. So while I think it's insane, it might be a normal day for any other die-hard collectors out there. That's why I say markets reacts very differently. Some are just willing to pay the premium for this OG sets. So the third point I want to make is about preserving the condition of the Boba Fett figure. This set came out in 2003, which is around 19 years ago. So the plastic will be super old and fragile. Maybe any single movement you do to it will probably crack something. And even if you leave it in your drawer, you never know, there's a good chance that the torso or the arms might crack for no reason. And any single small defect to this figure, whether it's a scratch somewhere in the figure, it will tremendously decrease the value of it. So in my opinion, it's just not worth the trouble taking care of this single figure. I think the last point I want to bring across is really the opportunity cost of buying this $2,000 or $3,000 figure. You're locking in this much amount of money in this Boba Fett figure. You're putting all your eggs in one basket. And you're probably not going to be able to sell it for the next few years at least. So with this amount of money, you could have found like better deals in Lego and flip it for a profit short term. And like I said at the start of this video, if money is not a problem to you and you're a die-hard fan of Lego, then probably you're going to buy it anyways. So opportunity cost will not matter for you anyway if you're rich. I think the only time that this Boba Fett figure is worth buying is when you're getting it at a steal. Maybe you're getting it below $1,000 and then yeah, maybe you can buy it then. So if you're getting it at below $1,000, you can probably make a quick flip for 1.5K or 2K. Or you can choose to hold it, and when you decide to sell, you can also sell it below market price and still make a hefty profit out of your investment. I personally don't own the Cloud City Boba Fett, but I have this Jango Fett, which just costs a fraction of the price. I think it's around $400 or $500. So I will never buy the Cloud City Boba Fett at full price. What I think is the downside of investing in the Cloud City Boba Fett, it's it just outweighs the upside too much. So to me, it's not worth it. After all this being said, you can make your own decision if you want to buy the Cloud City Boba Fett or not. So everything I say in this video is my own opinion. If you have yours, please leave in the comments below. I would love to read them. If you like this kind of content relating to Lego investments, be sure to subscribe and give me a thumbs up.